Broadcasting live from the Meridians via OBS Studio Broadcast Center. One last time this season at Fordyce Center in Antioch. This is GNASH Hockey on the Middle Tennessee Sports Network. And another trophy is on the line tonight. Ensworth-Nolensville Lipscomb claimed the Predators Cup last night in dramatic fashion, beating Ravenwood in overtime. Tonight, Father Ryan are trying to snatch the Henry Hine Cup, while Station Camp Liberty Creek are hoping to force Mondays if necessary. And by last time this season, I mean this is the last game out here in Antioch. This is not our last broadcast of the season. We'll be with you until the end next week with the All-Star Game. But this is the last time we'll be at the OG Fordyce Center in 2024-25. These two teams, of course, played each other last week in the winners bracket final. That Father Ryan won 10-6 off dueling hat tricks from Colin Sullivan and Gage Hart. The Irish will look to finish things off tonight with a Bison, hoping that this is not the end. Father Ryan will be the home team, even though they're the 3 seed. They came out of the winners bracket. That is their reward for winning the winners bracket, is being the home team. But if Station can't win, then they'll be the home team on Monday because they won the most recent game. I learned that last year. It's not if the if necessary is forced, it's not based on seeding whoever gets the home bench. It's who won the most recent game. Because Ravenwood, the Preds Cup final last year, Ravenwood were the 8 seed, Ensworth were the 2 seed. Ravenwood forced the if necessary and got to be the home team because they won the night before. Zamboni going around the ice, and it's pretty early in the cut. Speaking of cut, there will be an ice cut after the second period tonight. So the ice is fresh for the third period and potentially any overtime. So let's go over the final scores from this week so far. There have only been 4 games. This is game number 5. On Monday, in the Predators Cup Losers Bracket Final, Ravenwood beat Montgomery Bell 4-3. And in the Henry Hine Cup Losers Bracket Semifinal, it was Ravenwood beat NBA 4-3 in overtime. In the Henry Hine Cup Losers Bracket Semifinal, it was Brentwood beating Centennial FRA 2-1. That was in regulation. Then last night, in the Henry Hine Cup Losers Bracket Final, it was Station Camp Liberty Creek beating Brentwood 7-5. And then in the Predators Cup Final, Ensworth-Nolensville Lipscomb repeating as champions, beating Ravenwood 3-2 in overtime. Spencer Kern scoring the game-winning goal, the title-winning goal, with 4:53 to go in the extra period. I really thought we were going to go to a shootout last night. I wouldn't have gotten out of there until midnight if that had happened. Well, if Ravenwood had won, I would have done a quicker post game because, no trophy to give out. But anyway. So, for the moment, the if necessary game for this is still scheduled to be at 5:30 on Rink A at Centennial on Monday. The if necessary schedule for Monday was the Hine Cup if necessary on Rink A at Centennial at 5:30, Preds Cup if necessary at 8:30 on the Terry Crisp Rink at Bellevue. Now, since the Preds Cup is done, what I am wondering is if we need it if necessary for the Hine Cup, is that going to move to Bellevue? I think it would be the smart thing to do because it would give everyone more time to get on the road and deal with less travel, especially the Station Camp Liberty Creek kids, because they got to come from another county. Going from Sumner to going from Gallatin to west side of Davidson County, not very far away from Ashland City, actually not very far away from Fairview in northwest Williamson County, is quite a ways to travel. But since it'd be later in the evening, traffic wouldn't be as bad. Although, coming up 24 to this game this evening, I encountered heavier volumes of traffic near 7 p.m. Long line of cars just waiting to get off at exit 62 on 24 West. Long line of cars waiting to get off exit 64, the Waldron Road exit on 64 West or 24 West, and exit 62, which is Old Hickory Boulevard. Which, if you get off exit 62 on 24 West and turn left, Old Hickory Boulevard turns into Burkett Road, and you come out on Nolensville Road. And if you turn left on Nolensville Road, you go down to Nolensville. If you turn right and you keep going north, at some point on the left will be the empty lot where my old house once stood, my childhood home. Anyway, I'm just babbling while the Zamboni's still going because not a lot to talk about, to be honest. We don't have multiple games going on. This is the only game in town tonight. I don't want to do stats until both teams hit the ice. I wonder where Kevin Bond is. He would be the one. He would be the one with a Hine Cup trophy. GNASH commissioner. He was out in Bellevue he was out at Centennial last night with the Preds Cup, which again has been dropped because the cup was kind of shaky on the base, and one of the handles broke off and was sitting in the cup itself. So it's definitely going to need some repair before it gets handed out next year, or once it gets handed in this year. Oh, here comes Kevin. I see him in the lobby walking through the door. He does not have the trophy with him. Kevin says it's behind the front desk. Hopefully the MVP award's behind the desk too, since we now have an official Hine Cup final MVP that we've been handing out the last couple of years. Zamboni's almost done, so it is 8:30 now. Little note about the game last week. Initially, Joey Siciliano only had 4 goals. He's been given credit for a 5th. I think it was the second goal that they gave to him. So now he's officially gone down as having scored 5 goals in last Thursday's game. Of course, Father Ryan did a pretty good job of shutting down the rest of that group. Jaden Robertson, Toby Mahaffey, McLean Gregory, Mikey Bernier. But Siciliano's the big threat on that team. And he still managed to score 5 goals. Luckily for the Irish, by the time Station Camp started making a real dent, it was too late. Zamboni's off the ice, but somebody with a shovel got to scrape off the excess snow. And the officials coming out onto the ice, well, 3 of them. 2 linesmen and a ref, and here comes the other ref. They will push the nets into place. Zamboni doors are still open as the man with a shovel is still scraping the excess snow off. Zamboni doors are closed. Referee still putting the nets into place. And there goes the buzzer to signal that the teams can come on the ice. And once the warm-up clock started, so we can go ahead and talk about both teams playing in this Henry Hine Cup final. First up, Station Camp Liberty Creek, coached by Keith Grooms, opened the Hine Cup with a 8-1 win over the Montgomery County Rangers in the first round on February 3rd. Then a week later on February 10th, beat Centennial FRA 4-3 in the winners bracket semifinals. Then last Thursday, lost the winners bracket final to Father Ryan 10-6, and then last night in the losers bracket final, beat Brentwood 7-5. So here are their stats tonight. Joey Siciliano is the team's leading scorer. He has 12 points from 9 goals and 3 assists. Jaden Robertson, 7 points from 2 goals and 5 assists. Toby Mahaffey, 6 points from 2 goals and 4 assists. McLean Gregory, 6 points from 5 goals and an assist. Andrew Grooms, 5 points from 2 goals and 3 assists. Marshall McMurtry with 4 points from a goal and 3 assists. Dom DeMaria with 4 points from 2 goals and 2 assists. Dom Reitz and Mason Campbell each have 3 points from assists. Gracie Clark has 2 points from assists. Mac Miles has 2 points from a goal and an assist. Mikey Bernier has a point from a goal. And Gavin Cole has a point from an assist. On to goalie play. Carter Galise has played in 3 games. He started 2 of them. His record is 2-0-0. He's played nearly 121 minutes. Goals against average of 5.22. No shutouts. He's allowed 15 goals and 71 shots, turned away the other 56. His save percentage in the postseason so far is .789. He started the game against Centennial and last night against Brentwood. Keaton Howard started the game last week against Father Ryan, was replaced after just 3 minutes and 36 seconds, and Station Camp never took the lead while Galise was in net, so that was a no decision for him. Keaton Howard has played in 2 games. Both of those were starts. His other start was the game against the Rangers. So Howard's record is 1-1-0. He's played just over 45.5 minutes. Goals against average of 2.76. No shutouts. He's allowed 3 goals and 12 shots, turned away the other 9. His save percentage in the postseason so far is .750. Father Ryan, coached by Kyle Dora, opened the Hine Cup with a 5-2 win over Independence BAUSN Nashville Christian on February 5th. Beat the Rutherford Rampage 6-2 in the winners bracket semis on February 12th, and then the 10-6 win over Station Camp last Thursday in the winners bracket final. Colin Sullivan, the leading scorer. He has 9 points from 8 goals and an assist. Gage Hart, 7 points from 6 goals and 1 assist. Hudson Laux, 4 points from a goal and 3 assists. Parker Causey, 4 points all from assists. Curtis Newman and Sam Halloran each have 3 points from a goal and 2 assists. Brendan Malloy and Gavin Thornburg each with 2 points from a goal and an assist. Ridgeway Lambert also with 2 points from a goal and an assist. Michael Jaskowski with 2 points from assist. Danny Libby a point from a goal. And Jude Whipple has a point from an assist. On to goalie play, Zach Fonsbeck has played and started in 1 game. That was the win over the Rampage, so his record is 1-0. He played the full 42 minutes, allowed 2 goals and 29 shots, turned away the other 27. His save percentage in the postseason so far is .931. His goals against average is 2. Jack Karpanek has started the other 2 games against Indy and last week against Station Camp, so his record is 2-0. He's played the full 84 minutes, goals against average of 4. No shutouts. He's allowed 8 goals and 51 shots, turned away the other 43. His save percentage in the postseason so far is .843. As the warm-up clock is run down to 0, and me pull up the live game sheet here. Oh, that was last week's game. Why are you giving me last week's game? I asked for. Oh. Okay, the live game sheet is redirecting to last week's game. Okay, so that's someone's gonna have to be figured out. ready to go with this one. Zach Fonsbeck going to start in goal for Father Ryan. Carter Galeese going to start in goal for Station Camp. For this first period, Father Ryan will carry the puck towards me. Station Camp will carry it away from me. I am standing behind and to the left of the net that Station Camp will defend for the first and third periods. The bleacher side, which is to my left, is the near side. The benches side, which is to my right, is the far side. Station Camp came out attacking last week but couldn't get any goals. Can they do it here? Game is underway. Father Ryan with a puck off the draw. Oh, they turn it over to Station Camp. It's a shot in the left wing. Dom DeMaria gloved and held on to by Zach Fonsbeck. So 9 seconds in, Station Camp forcing a turnover inside the Father Ryan zone and getting off a shot. Draw is going to be to the right of Fonsbeck. Won by the Bison. Gavin Cole trying to pass across to Marshall McMurtry. It's deflected. It's actually stolen. It's carried into the Station Camp zone for a moment by Father Ryan. Now brought back in by Gage Hardis in the right wing corner. And Station Camp able to clear it out. Now it's back in their zone. McMurtry flicking it ahead. It's over on the near side at center. Dom DeMaria brings it back into the Father Ryan zone. Another shot from the boards, gloved and held on to by Fonsbeck. 13-14 to go in the first. No goals on the board yet. Draw is to Galeese's right. Sorry, Fonsbeck's right. It's inside the Father Ryan zone. And it's won by the Irish. They're trying to get it out. Station Camp keeping the puck alive at the right point. But Irish come up with it, and it's in the Station Camp zone, but the Bison able to get it out. No, actually no. Shot in the left point, and Merrick McCullers missed the net to the left of Galeese. Now behind the net. Sam Howard puts it in front. Oh, and Galeese with a point-blank stop on Colin Sullivan with a left leg pad. Puck in the right wing corner, battle for it. And the Bison come out with it. It's out at center on the far side, sent back into the Bison zone for a moment, cleared out by Mikey Bernier. Now it's dropped back into the Station Camp zone again by the Bison. And sent the other way by Eden Kramer. Now here come the Irish. And Merrick McCullers with a shot from the left wing side of the Station Camp zone that Galeese turns away, and the rebound kind of dribbled into the crease. Luckily for him, nobody in a white sweater with purple numbers was coming down the slot. Puck back in the Station Camp end, back in the Father Ryan end on the far side. Gracie Clark trying to put it out in front from the right wing corner. Now Patrick McCarthy from the left wing board sending it out to the right-hand side of the net, stopped and covered up by Fonsbeck. 11:46 to go in the first. And it's still zip-zip. Draws to the right of Fonsbeck. Won by the Irish. They get it around the boards to the far side. Gracie Clark keeps it alive, trying to pass it out to the blue line, and it's intercepted and brought to center. Noah Deffenbaugh, left wing side of the Station Camp zone, as the puck taken away, and then Michael Jaskowski put it off the bottom bar on the back side of the net, trying to put it out in front. Puck out at center. Thomas McTasney tracks it down. Hands it off. And Curtis Newman brings it back into the Station Camp zone on the right wing side. Backhands it to the left-hand side of the net, turned away by Galeese. Now the puck out on the far boards. Father Ryan trying to gain possession. Held into the left point by Newman and fired across to the right wing, but Dom Reitz is able to clear it out, and it goes through traffic, so Icing waved off. Fonsbeck comes out to play it, whips it around the boards to the far side. The Irish try and get it out, but it's held in by Andrew Grooms. Joey Siciliano backhands it to the slot. And then two Station Camp players run into each other. Puck passed up to the left point. Dom DeMaria trying to fire it back down low. Siciliano shooting with the left circle. I think that was blocked. Dane Kramer trying to send it to the net from the blue line to no avail. Irish trying to clear it out. It's held into the right point. And now it's turned over to Jude Whipple, and he'll bring it out to center. And then Marshall McMurtry trying to backhand it the other way on the far side. Ends up backhanding it into the scorekeeper area. 10:19 to go in the first, and still no goals on the board. Draw's going to be on the dot in front of the Station Camp bench. By this point last week, the Irish were already up 2-0. Puck deep in the Station Camp zone. Dane Kramer with it. Trying to pass up the far side. It's out at center. Brendan Malloy picks it up for the Irish. They start trying to work it back towards the Station Camp zone, and it's passed over left circle. A shot off the right leg pad of Gleese. Now the puck out in front, but intercepted by McLean Gregory. That was Brendan Malloy who had that shot from the left circle of the Station Camp zone. Puck ends up back in the Irish end. Colin Sullivan tracks it down. And he brings it to center. Sullivan racing into the Station Camp zone, and it knocked off his stick. Gathers it back into the right wing corner. Now drops it back down over to the far side. Dane Kramer trying to clear it out for Station Camp. And the Irish held it into the right point, but Brendan Malloy gave it away. It's in the Irish end now and immediately cleared out. It's out at center on the near side. And picked up by Michael Jaskowski, right wing side of the Station Camp zone. Nice poke check by Mikey Bernier to get it away from him. Noah Deffenbaugh passing up to the left point, and Curtis Newman passing down the left wing boards. It's at the end boards now. Bernier banking it off the far kick plate, held into the blue line by Curtis Newman. Now Newman passing over to the right point. And a shot through traffic from Merrick McCullers. Went off a stick and past the net. Trying to put it out in front is Deffenbaugh. Shot in the top of the right circle, blocked. That was McCullers. And now the puck out at center. Newman gathers it back in. And Newman. Michael Jaskowski dumps it back into the Station Camp zones. Coming around to the far corner. And they try and clear it out. They do. I thought Danny Libby was going to hold it into the left point. He did not. It's taken back at center by the Irish and brought back into the Station Camp zone. And a shot from Hudson Laux in the right circle. Misses the net to the right of Galeese. Now Laux behind the net. Carrying the puck around to the near side. Drops it back down to the inboards. Jude Whipple. In the right wing corner. Sending it around to the left wing corner. Laux got there first, but kind of overskated the puck, so he decides to drop it back around towards the back of the net. That's out on the far side again. Held in by Libby. Mikey Bernier with it. Now Mac Miles will clear, and this will go for an icing, I think. Yeah. 7:17 to go in the first, and still no goals on the board in the Hine Cup final. Draws to Galeese's right. One by the Irish. Hudson Laux. Puck knocked off his stick. Gage Hart with it. Goes around the back of the net. Comes around to the right wing side. Passes up to the right point. And a shot by McCullers. Turned away by Galeese. Here's Hudson Laux trying to go into the slot. And puck drifted away from him, and Galeese comes out of his net to cover it up. Slid out to his left to freeze that. Draws to Galise's left, won by Station Camp. They clear it out of the zone. It's in the Irish end, and Thomas McTasney will get it. Whip it around the boards on the near side. Oh, Station Camp player whiffed on a shot attempt as it came his way. Dom Reitz keeps it alive and sends it back to the inboards. And it comes back up to the blue line, and here's Reitz shooting through traffic. Misses the net to the right of Fonsbeck. And then the Irish have the puck. Gage Hart will dump it, cross the red line, dump it into the Station Camp zone, and the Irish will change the line. Here's Gavin Cole passing up the near side, up, and it went off the stick of Andrew Grooms. Came to Sam Halloran, but he couldn't hang on to it. Here's Gavin Cole back in the Father Ryan zone, shot in the left circle. Stopped and held on to by Fonsbeck. 6 minutes exactly to go in the first end. Still no goals on the board. Draw is going to be to the right of Fonsbeck. It's won by the Irish. Sam Halloran, left wing side of the Station Camp zone, tried to drop it back to Colin Sullivan, but he gives it away to McLean Gregory. Now back the other way comes Station Camp. Shot from Toby Mahaffey in the left circle. I think he whiffed on it. Put out in front. Oh! And a great chance for the Bison. It was Gregory who shot it past the net to the right of Fonsbeck from right in front. Now the puck back in the Station Camp zone. It's out on the far boards. Toby Mahaffey. It's out at center. Irish get it back immediately. Marshall McMurtry. Sending it out to center, but Parker Causey intercepts, tries to send it back into the Station Camp zone. And Jaden Robertson with a shot that misses the net to the left of Fonsbeck from the left circle of the Father Ryan end. And the Irish are going to end up icing this one with 4:51 to go in the first. And we're still looking for the game's first goal. Draws to Fonsbeck's left. Won by Station Camp, and a one-timer from Mikey Bernier. He ends up being deflected into the netting above the glass, I guess by an Irish stick. They're going to drop it to Fonsbeck's left again. Father Ryan getting the puck around the boards, and it's out at center. Aiden Kramer will dump it back into the Father Ryan zone. It'll be picked up by McCullers. Fired around to the far side. Mikey Bernier trying to hold it at the right point. He sends it back down low. Station Camp trying to hold it in, but the Irish come up with it. Past head, Hudson Laux out at center. He's in the Station Camp zone. Oh, but coming in to poke the puck away as he was trying to go down the slot was Aiden Kramer. And Station Camp cleared the puck out. That was Andrew Grooms clearing it out on the near side. Now Merrick McCullers with a shot from the boards of the Station Camp bench, and to be turned away by Galise. Held into the right point, and a shot blocked. Now here's Jude Whipple below the goal line, coming back out, passing it out to the right point. Danny Libby, a shot turned away by Galise. Puck cleared to center. Oh, the Irish are going to be called for too many men, I think. Player came off the bench and played the puck. So the Irish have a man in the box, and Station Camp getting the first power play of the game. 3:28 to go in the first. No goals on the board. Hopefully it's still showing that game from last week. as the game sheet. I don't know what's going on there. I'm guessing it was too many men because as soon as that player came off the bench and touched the puck, they blew the whistle. And the Irish fire it to the other end of the rink. Troy Siciliano behind his own net, steps out to his left. Passes ahead to Mason Campbell, who hands it back. Try to get it back to Siciliano. Siciliano being chased by Sam Halloran. Now puck turned over to Colin Sullivan, who clears it out. And Halloran crosses the red line and dumps it into the station camp zone. He didn't have to do that. They're shorthanded. They don't call icing in a shorthanded team. 1 minute left in the station camp power play. Puck back in the Irish zone. Shot for Marshall McMurtry. Score! Marshall McMurtry from the right point takes a shot that goes into the bottom corner on the right-hand side of the net, and station camp convert the power play and go up 1-0 with 2:23 to go in the first. Draw one by the Irish. Trying to get the puck into the station camp zone. Gavin Cole prevented that. And we get a whistle as the puck entered the Father Ryan zone and was touched up. And I think there's going to be another penalty against the Irish here. It's a cross-checking call, it looks like, against, is that Hudson Laux? The back of his jersey was all bunched up. I couldn't tell. Station camp back to the power play, already up 1-0 with 2:06 to go. Yes, it was Hudson Laux. 2:06 to go in the first. Draw is going to be to the right of Fonsbeck. Station camp with it. Dom DeMaria. Now a shot in the slot, and Andrew Grooms. I think it missed the net to the right of Fonsbeck. Penalty clock and game clock are about 6 seconds apart. Puck in the left wing corner of the Father Ryan zone. Now it's coming around to the far side. Now Andrew Grooms keeping the puck alive, going down the slot. Couldn't get the shot away. And the Irish bring it out. Here's Colin Sullivan up. He lost it trying to get around a station camp defender. And the Irish take it away and clear it to the other end of the ice. They'll make a line change. Here's McMurtry, who has the goal. Passing it ahead to Joey Siciliano. Siciliano out at center on the near side. Minute left in the power play. Puck taken away from him by Parker Causio, but then Causio had it taken back by Toby Mahaffey, but station camper immediately called for the offside as soon as that happens. 57 seconds to go in the power play. 63 seconds to go in the first. 1-0 station camp. And the draw is going to be on the dot in front of the bleachers across from the Father Ryan bench. Draw one by station camp, puck in the Father Ryan zone, last minute of the first. It's behind the Father Ryan net. Backhanded up to the right point, Marshall McMurtry trying to send it down low. That was broken up. And I think Parker Causey tried to clear, but he gave it right back to McMurtry. Now McMurtry shot in the right point. Gloved and held on to by Fonsbeck. Draws to Fonsbeck's left, won by Station Camp. 30 seconds left in the power play, and now 30 seconds to go in the first period. Irish with the puck. Fired around the boards to the near side. Mikey Bernier keeps it alive at the left point. Sends it back down the wall. Passed across Marshall McMurtry. Moving down the right wing. Taking a shot. Turned away by Fonsbeck. a shot in the right circle, stopped. That was from McLean Gregory, stopped by Fonsbeck. Rebound sent past the net. Penalty time against the Irish is up. They're back at even strength. And the period comes to an end. Marshall McMurtry scoring with just over 2 minutes left in the first. And Station Camp Liberty Creek have a 1-0 lead on Father Ryan after one in the Henry Hine Cup final. Ready to start the second period. Carter Galise still in goal for Station Camp. Zach Fonsbeck still in goal for Father Ryan. For the second period, Station Camp will carry the puck towards me. Father Ryan will carry it away from me. Again, after this period, both teams will head back to the dressing room and we'll do an ice cut. Second period is underway. Father Ryan with a puck. Brought into the Station Camp zone and a shot stopped and covered up by Galise. That was from Holt Thompson. Draws to Galise's left. Puck coming around to the far side, held in at the left point by Brendan Malloy, and his shot was blocked. Puck comes back up his way. He takes another shot that misses the net. And Irish keeping it alive at the blue line. Now it's out at center. Dumped back into the Station Camp zone by Curtis Newman. And the Bison come up with it, and they immediately clear. It's brought back into the Father Ryan zone by Patrick McCarthy. He passes across to the far side. Nobody's there. So Parker Causey will clear the puck out. Now it's back in the zone in the left wing corner. Curtis Newman beats Joey Siciliano to it. Taps it up the far side to Parker Causey trying to get it out. Oh, and it hit the skates of Andrew Grooms and went past the net. Actually went towards the net. And Zach Fonsbeck flicked it over to the left wing corner that's to his right. Colin Sullivan brings it out, taken back by Station Camp. Here's Joey Siciliano, right wing side of the Father Ryan zone. A shot misses the net to the right of Fonsbeck. Puck out on the far boards and cleared out by Father Ryan. It's back in the Station Camp end. Dom Reitz backhands it out. Irish regain possession. Danny Libby near his own blue line, and the puck poked away. Brought back into the left wing side. Passed across to Joey Siciliano. He has to go to the boards to retrieve it. Puts it behind the net. Andrew Grooms puts it out in front. Shot, score! Dom DeMaria! DeMaria was all alone in the slot. Took a shot that went off the glove of Fonsbeck and into the back of the net. And Station Camp have a 2-0 lead with 12:04 to go in the second. And the way they are dominating this game at the moment, it looks like we might be playing Monday. Draw one by Station Camp. Puck brought into the Father Ryan zone. Another shot stopped by Fonsbeck. Andrew Grooms a shot in the left wing boards. Fonsbeck has to stop that as well. Jude Whipple. Now it's brought back into the station camp zone. Irish trying to get it around and get a chance to score, but nope. Station camp take it back and send it back into the Father Ryan zone. It's out on the far boards. Up, Merrick McCullers dropped his stick. He kicks the puck, but he kicks it right to McLean Gregory, who gets off a shot in the left point that's gloved and held onto by Fonsbeck. 11:19 to go in the second. 2-0 Station Camp. Draw to the right of Fonsbeck, won by Father Ryan. Curtis Newman out on the far side, banks it off the far glass and out. It's back in the station camp zone, tracked down by Marshall McMurtry. Cleared out and picked up at center. Jaden Robertson. Puck sent to the inboards by Toby Mahaffey. It's out on the far side. Oh, and then took an awkward hop and landed at the right-hand side of the net. Fonsbeck covers. Draw is to the right of Fonsbeck. One by Station Camp, and a shot in the left circle, and Toby Mahaffey gloved and held onto by Fonsbeck. Draw to the right of Fonsbeck again. One by Station Camp. Puck in the left wing corner. Put out in front. And the Irish come up with it and get it out of the zone. Here's Colin Sullivan. Left wing side of the Station Camp zone. Trying to go to the front of the net. Puck taken off his stick. Here's Curtis Newman with a slotted shot. Oh, I think it went over the net. Now Newman, left wing boards. Taking a shot that's blocked. Puck coming around to the far side. And the Bison trying to get it out of the zone. Now it's over on the near side boards. Dane Kramer catches up to it. Tries to clear it out. Held into the left point by Curtis Newman. Newman. Now it's Danny Libby, I think, around the back of the net. Put out in front. And a backhanded shot by Parker Causey. Stopped and covered up by Galice. The puck came out in front to Causey. And then Causey was facing the net, turned. I guess the puck was jumping on him, and he wanted some way to try and protect it. He turned his back to the net, got off a backhander that Galice stopped and covers. 9:45 to go in the second, 2-0 Station Camp. Draw is going to be to the left of Galice. Draw one by Father Ryan. Colin Sullivan shot in the right circle. Getting a piece of it as it went past the net was Galice. Oh, there's a penalty against Station Camp. So Father Ryan on the power play, but McLean Gregory in the box. And we get another whistle. And the Station Camp net became dislodged. I'm not sure what the penalty is because the game sheet live link is still going to last week's game. Draw is to the left of Galice, won by Station Camp, and they clear it out of the zone. Now the puck sent down ice towards the Father Ryan net. Zach Fonsbeck had to stop it. Now the puck back in the Station Camp zone. Minute left on the power play for Father Ryan. Puck pass across, left circle, shot. Stopped by Fonsbeck. It's Hudson Laux, I think, getting off that shot. Now Laux passing up to the right point, and Colin Sullivan across to the left point, and Curtis Newman. Newman back to Sullivan, now over to the right point. Laux will carry it down the right wing boards. Try and put it out in front. And Galise, who is laying on his back, as it stopped and covered at his left-hand post. 31 seconds to go in the power play, 8:16 to go in the second. 2-0 Station Camp. Puck in the Father Ryan zone. Gage Hart comes out to center. Brings it back into the Station Camp end on the left wing side. Round the back of the net. Passes up to the right point. And a shot. And Curtis Newman stopped. Rebound, score. Sullivan with 1 second left in the power play. Sullivan was right there to bang in the rebound, and Father Ryan are on the board. It's 2-1 Station Camp with 7:46 to go in the second. Here's Sam Halloran bringing the puck back into the Station Camp zone on the left wing side. Taken back by the Bison. Passed out to the blue line. Merrick McCullers. Oh, we get a whistle. We get a whistle because the net became dislodged. Father Ryan with the puck. Brendan Malloy from center dumps it into the Station Camp zone. Is on the far side. And the Bison have it at center. Here's Dom DeMaria dumping it back into the Father Ryan zone. Fonsbeck will leave it at the end boards for Brendan Malloy, who avoids a hit from Andrew Grooms. And now here's a chance at the other end. Michael Jaskowski scores! It's a 2-on-1. Hudson Laux got the puck over to Jaskowski. And he fires it into the left-hand side of the net from the left circle, and the Irish have tied it very quickly. 67 seconds after they get on the board, they tie the game 2-2 with 6:39 to go in the second. And Station can't bring the puck into the Father Ryan zone, but it's called offside. So the Irish finally catching up to Station Camp. Drawing the dot in front of the Station Camp bench. Ryan win the draw, but turn it over to the Bison. Troy Siciliano, left wing side of the Father Ryan zone, trying to pass to the slot. Here's Andrew Grooms behind the net. Putting it out in front. Oh, and putting the stick down to keep it away from Marshall McMurtry was Jude Whipple. And the Irish forced the puck out to center. Puck back in the Station Camp end. And here come the Bison again. Joey Siciliano back in the Father Ryan zone on the left wing side. Oh, he wanted to shoot when he got to the bottom of the left circle and he whiffed on it. Siciliano. Puck knocked off his stick and cleared out by Father Ryan. McMurtry brings it back into the Father Ryan zone down the right wing boards. Curtis Newman gets in front of him. Michael Jaskowski passing it up the boards. Hudson Laux tried to get it out. It was held in and a shot from the right point. Gloved and held on to by Fonsbeck. I think it was from Dane Kramer. 5:29 to go in the second, 2-2. And again, we will do an ice cut following the second period. Draws to the left of Fonsbeck. And the Bison have it. To the left wing corner. Mason Campbell backhands it out in front, but smacked away from the front of the net by Michael Jaskowski. Now to the left wing corner again. Merrick McCullers. Now Noah Deffenbaugh will carry it out. Deffenbaugh brings it back into the Station Camp zone on the right wing side and fires it across the front of the net from the bottom of the right circle. Now a shot from the left wing boards that to be turned away by Galice. Station Camp bring the puck back to center. Gracie Clark, right wing side of the Father Ryan zone. Thomas McTasney takes it off her. Sends it. It's sent to the front of the net by Dom Reitz, but Marshall McMurtry had a man all over him to get the puck away. Backhanded out of the zone by the Irish. Merrick McCullers. Brought it into the Station Camp zone, lost it, had it cleared out. Now here's McTasney. Back to Colin Sullivan inside the Father Ryan zone. Sullivan sending it over to the near side. Here's McCullers. Back into the Station Camp zone, left wing side. A shot gloved and held on to by Galice. Or I think it went off a stick and went out of play because I don't see the ref going over to collect the puck from him. 4 minutes to go in the second. Game is tied at 2. Draws to the right of Galice. Father Ryan with it, trying to put it out in front. Now the puck back in the Father Ryan zone, and it was iced by Station Camp. They flung it down. Draw to the right of Galice. Father Ryan win it. Dump it to the right wing corner. Now it comes to the right-hand side of the net, and Galice has it covered. 3:27 to go in the second. Still 2-2. The Hine Cup is here, and they still haven't engraved the Rampage on it from last year. So engraver's got to put 2 names on it this year. Draws to the right of Galice again. One by Station Camp, carried to center, but they turn it over to the Irish. Jude Whipple firing it to the Station Camp net, to be turned away by Galice. Now the Irish with the puck inside the Station Camp zone. Oh, and out of the blue line with it. Gage Hardy took a stumble, kept it alive, stayed in his feet and got it back down low. Ooh. Hudson Laux with a big hit in the left wing corner. And Station Camp clear the puck down ice back in the Father Ryan zone. Brendan Malloy to get in front of Joey Siciliano and get the puck out of there. Now Siciliano brings it back into the right wing. Seconds of a shot, blockered away by Fonsbeck. Puck out on the far boards. And the Irish up. Hudson Laux try to clear it, hit Marshall McMurtry, and went into the station camp bench. 2:27 to go in the second, still 2-2. And the draw is going to be to the right of Fonsbeck inside the Father Ryan zone. Draw one by Father Ryan. Danny Libby sending it around to the near side. Now Jude Whipple with it. Fires it around to the far side, and Hudson Laux is going to end up icing it. Draw to Fonsbeck's right again. One by Station Camp, shot in the blue line. Hit off of something and went past the net to the right of Fonsbeck. Parker Causey trying to clear. Deflected off the stick of Dom DeMaria, but now Sam Halloran carries it out to center. Halloran into the Station Camp zone on the left wing side. Trying to pass it off to Colin Sullivan, who backhands it down low. Now it's put out in front by Halloran. And Danny Libby drops it to the end boards. And then it was sent to the left-hand side of the net, and Galise stopped it and covered, and I think the net became dislodged again. Minute 43 to go in the second, game tied at 2. Draw is going to be to the left of Galise. It's won by Station Camp. And they have it at center. Dom DeMario, right wing side of the Father Ryan zone, gets knocked down by Merrick McCullers. Now here's Sam Halloran. Sending it out to center. It's back in the Father Ryan zone, but immediately brought out by Danny Libby. Backhands it over to Halloran. Halloran, left wing side of the Station Camp zone. Around the back of the net. Comes out in front. And a shot stopped, and Galise has it covered. 68 seconds to go in the first, and the game still, go in the second, and the game still tied at 2. Draws to the left of Galise. And what's going on here? Keith Kroom's talking with a couple of the officials. Father Ryan with a puck off the draw. Thomas McTasney shot blocked. Puck out at center. McTasney gets in front of Dom DeMaria, it was Dom DeMaria, and swept the puck away from, no, it was Mason Campbell. Swept the puck away from him. We're inside the final minute of the second now. And Curtis Newman with a puck at center. Brings it back into the Station Camp zone down the left wing. Couldn't get off the shot. It's behind the net. 30 seconds left in the period. Bison trying to clear it out. Held into the right point, McTasney. He fires it down the wall. Puck coming around to the near side. It's in the left wing corner. That's slapped around to the near side by Station Camp. Held in left point. Curtis Newman got to hurry. 5 seconds left. The shot stopped. Rebound from Jaskowski. Fired past the net, and that is it for the second. And both teams will head back to the dressing room, and we'll break out the Zamboni. So it's 2-2. After 2, Marshall McMurtry scored the only goal in the first period with just over 2 minutes left in the first. Then nearly 2 minutes into the second, Dom DeMaria made it 2-0 Station Camp. But then the Irish came back. First a power play goal by Colin Sullivan. And then 67 seconds later, it was Michael Jaskowski tying up the game. And so, after 2 periods in the 2025 Henry Hine Cup Final, Father Ryan and Station Camp Liberty Creek are tied at 2 after 2. And I am going to step away from the mic, and I will be back with 1 minute left in the break. And for those of you listening to us on the podcast, we're going to go ahead and jump to that 1 minute left in the break. It is 2-2 between Father Ryan and Station Camp after 2 in the Henry Hine Cup Final. 1 minute left in the break. Ice has been cut. And some of the excess water being swept off in the corner where the Zamboni doors are. Henry Hine Cup Final tied 2-2 between Station Camp Liberty Creek and Father Ryan. If we're still tied at the end of this third period, we'll go to a 14-minute 5-on-5 sudden death overtime, and if that doesn't solve things, a shootout. Again, if Father Ryan win, the trophy is theirs. If Station can't win, we're playing on Monday for all the marbles. And both teams retake the ice. And they'll probably get a few seconds to skate around and get the blood flowing again. Ready to start the third period. Zach Fonsbeck still in goal for Father Ryan. Carter Galeese still in goal for Station Camp. This third period, Father Ryan will carry the puck towards me. Station Camp will carry it away from me. Station Camp with the puck off the draw to start the third. And the Irish trying to get it out of their zone. Held in Mikey Bernier at the right point. And the Irish bring it out to center. It's in the Station Camp zone. Toby Mahaffey sending it around the boards to the far side. Parker Causey keeping it alive. Try to pass out to the high slot and falling over, stretching out to get the puck, or trying to get the puck was Colin Sullivan. And it is cleared out by Station Camp. And here's McLean Gregory, a shot, stopped, and they score! McLean Gregory carried it down the left wing, got him a shot that leaks through Fonsbeck into the back of the net. And Station Camp, just 51 seconds out of the intermission, retake the lead. It is 3-2 Bison with 13:09 to go in regulation. Father Ryan won the draw, got it into the stage camp zone. Now here's Toby Mahaffey streaking down the Irish, slot a shot. Stopped and covered up by Fonsbeck. Well, out of the gate at the start of the third, the Bison have come alive. Toby Mahaffey nearly making it a 2-goal lead for the Bison. Draws to Fonsbeck's left. Puck out at center, Gavin Cole with it. Passes across Andrew Grooms. Fires it to the end boards. Now the puck at center, Irish with it. Oh, but Hudson Laux had it taken away by Joyce Siciliano. Siciliano right wing side of the Father Ryan zone, a shot. Stopped by Fonsbeck, off his glove. Here's Gavin Cole, left point. Trying to pass it down low, it goes to the end boards. And a shot from the left point, and Gavin Cole gloved and held on to by Fonsbeck. 11:48 to go in regulation. 3-2 Station Camp. Draw is going to be to Fonsbeck's right. Won by Station Camp. And the Irish clear it out, and here's a chance. Nolan Deffenbaugh, left wing side of the Station Camp zone, but coming in to take the puck off him is Marshall McMurtry. Ooh, and Mason Kimball looked like he got tripped by Holt Thompson, but nobody in stripes saw it. Here's Dane Kramer trying to pass it up the far side, held it to the left point, and a shot blocked. It was a Curtis Newman shot that was blocked. Puck coming around to the near side. Now the puck sent around to the far side. Gracie Clark can't clear it out. It's held into the left point by Newman. Newman now moving over to the right wing side, passing off Thomas McTasney, top of the right circle. McTasney backhands it to the end boards. It's out on the far side. Gracie Clark, can she clear? No. Now it goes out of the zone. Marshall McMurtry giving it a nudge to get it out. Dump back in by the Irish. Both sides making changes. Here's Toby Mahaffey sending it up the near side off the stick of McLean Gregory and back into the Father Ryan zone. McLean Gregory, who stands to have the game winner right now. Hooked up back into the left wing corner by Toby Mahaffey. Puck still in the Father Ryan zone, I should say. Out on the far side, Irish. It's Curtis Newman passing it up the near side to Parker Causey. Now here's Sam Haller into the Station Camp zone. Puck poked away. Mahaffey out at center. Left the puck behind him, trying to carry it into the Father Ryan zone. Now it's dumped back in by Gregory. Brendan Malloy from behind his own net. Passing it up the near side. Parker Causey will dump it back into the Station Camp zone. It's out on the far side. Jude Whipple sent it towards the right-hand side of the net, but it was really, really slow, and Joey Siciliano takes it and brings it out to center. Siciliano, right wing side of the Father Ryan zone. Puck tapped off his stick. Here's Hudson Laux Passing it to center, and it's dumped back into the station camp zone from the red line by Jude Whipple. Hudson Laux with a shot in the right circle. Missed the net to the left of Galise. Now here's Siciliano. Back into the Father Ryan zone, getting off a shot that misses the net to the left of Fonsbeck. Shots on goal, only 17-15 in favor of Station Camp at this point. Here's Gage Hart back in the Station Camp zone with a backhander. Stopped and held on to by Galise, squeezing it against his body with his left arm at his left-hand post. 8:20 to go in regulation, still 3-2 Station Camp. Draws to the left of Galise. Station Camp win the draw, get it around the boards to the far side. It's in the Father Ryan zone. Fonsbeck out to play it. He'll clear it out. And Holt Thompson tried to move it along, but he ends up knocking it into his own penalty box. And they're going to drop the puck right at center ice. To resume play. Won by Station Camp. Puck back into the end boards. Irish with it. Now the puck out in front. Jaden Robertson, a shot stopped and covered up by Fonsbeck. 7:43 to go in regulation. Still 3-2 Station Camp. Draws to the right of Fonsbeck. It's at the end boards. Father Ryan with it. Father Ryan with it. Station Camp actually won it, and they turned it over to the Irish, and puck flung into the rafters by Thomas McTasney. So they'll drop it to the left of Fonsbeck this time. Draw to Fonsbeck's left, won by Station Camp. Puck coming around the boards of the near side. Here's Gavin Cole, left point, a shot. Gloved and held on to by Fonsbeck. Draws to Fonsbeck's right. And a hand pass called against, I think, Station Camp right off that draw. 7:13 to go in regulation. Still 3-2 Station Camp. Again, if they win, we're playing on Monday. All right, just got a bit of breaking scheduling news. Once this play wraps up, I'll give it to you. Puck in the Station Camp zone on the right wing side. And it's cleared out by the Bison, dumped back in by the Irish. Dane Kramer clears it out. It's back in the Father Ryan zone, tracked down by Thomas McTasney. He'll send it around the boards of the far side. Now Dane Kramer holding it in on the near side. Merrick McCullers knocked down. Thomas McTasney sending it around the wall, held in at the right point. There's a slap shot that misses the net to the left of Fonsbeck. That was from Marshall McMurtry. Puck still out on the near side. Comes back to McMurtry, right point. Out of the blue line, Dane Kramer. Puck taken back by the Irish and brought out to center. And Jude Whipple could not get around Marshall McMurtry going down the station camp slot. Bison have it at center again. And a shot from Dom DeMaria as he crosses the Father Ryan blue line. Knocked down by the glove of Fonsbeck. Puck back in the station camp end. McMurtry tracks it down. McMurtry had it knocked off his stick. But Gage Hart couldn't keep it on his. It's in the left wing corner now. Now here's Joey Siciliano. Passing across, Dom DeMaria, shot. Fonsbeck, did he get a piece? It went into the netting above the glass. Yes, Fonsbeck did get a piece of it to steer it that way. 4:53 to go in regulation, still 3-2 station camp. The if necessary, if it is required, will be on Monday at 7 p.m. on Rink A at Centennial. Our pregame will be at 6:50. So, since that would be the only if required, since the Preds Cup finished up last night, they were able to move it back 90 minutes later than scheduled. Father Ryan win the draw, get it into the station camp zone. Here's Colin Sullivan. Backhanding it to the high slot, and a shot by McCullers was high. Went off the glove of Galeese, and then Colin Sullivan grabs the rebound in the right circle and takes a shot that's gloved and held onto by Galeese. The draw will be to his left. Here's Colin Sullivan with a puck off the draw, and then Parker Causey hits it off the bottom bar on the left-hand side of the net. Now Sullivan shot right circle off of Aiden Kramer. Puck put out in front, and it's knocked away from Causey. And then Sam Halloran backhands it out in front. Andrew Groom steals, and he'll ice it. 4:12 to go in regulation, still 3-2 station camp. Draws to the right of Galeese. One by the Irish, shot in the slot, blocked. Gavin Cole trying to clear it out on the near side, and he does. Danny Libby couldn't keep it in. And no icing because it went off of Libby's stick on the way out. Libby catches up to it inside his own zone. At center with it, Gage Hart. Hart into the station camp zone, moves to the left wing side. It's off a shot that misses the net to the right of Galeese. Puck dumped back down by Libby. It's coming around the boards to the far side. Hudson Lauck gets it away from Gracie Clark. Lauck's to the high slot, a shot, misses the net to the right of Galeese. Now McCullers with an on-angle shot from the left wing boards that hits off of Galeese. And we get a whistle because the puck was played with a high stick. 3:26 to go in regulation, still 3-2 station camp. Draws to the left of Fonsbeck, so it was a high sticking against Father Ryan. Irish win the draw. Taken away by station camp and fired past the net. Puck coming around to the far side. It's out in front. And the Irish with it, and they bring it to center. Sam Halloran back in the station camp zone. Halloran trying to pass to the slot, and Colin Sullivan. Sullivan's shot misses the net to the left of Galeese. Puck out on the near boards. Halloran with it. Passes over left circle. There's a shot. Stopped by Galeese. And he hangs on for the whistle. That was Newman. And Father Ryan are going to use their timeout with 2:47 to go in regulation, trailing 3-2. Father Ryan aren't going to leave the net empty just yet. It's a little too early for that. Or are they? Okay, Fonsbeck was looking back at the bench like, you want me to stay in net? And they do. Timeout done. Draws to the right of Galise. Draw one by Station Camp. Marshall McMurtry out at center. Into the Father Ryan zone on the right wing side. Sends it across the front of the net. Irish with it. Now it's back in the Station Camp end on the left wing side. Back into the inboards. Joey Siciliano sending it around to the near side. Held into the right point by Curtis Newman. Now it's out on the left half wall. Brendan Malloy with a shot that goes off his stick. And then it went off the stick of Marshall McMurtry and stopped in the left-hand side of the crease. Luckily for him, nobody in a white sweater was there. And a shot from the left point stopped and held onto by Galise. That was from Hudson Laux, but boy, a close call for Station Camp. 2:03 to go in regulation, still 3-2 Bison. And now the Father Ryan net is empty. Zach Fonsbeck on the bench. Father Ryan with the extra attacker. Puck in the zone off the draw. Shot in the right point. Stopped by Galise. And cleared down ice by the Bison for an icing. Draw to the right of Galise. One by Station Camp and cleared out to center. It's back in the Father Ryan zone, tracked down by Curtis Newman. Newman passing it out to the near side. Trying to get it out of the zone. Brendan Malloy driving it back. Sent the other way by Andrew Grooms. Now Grooms brings it into the Father Ryan zone and shoots it into the empty net. (4-2) Station Camp with 79 seconds to go in regulation, and it looks like we're going to be playing for it all on Monday night. Fonsbeck back in goal, so he was out of the net for 44 seconds. Irish with the puck off the draw. They're going to call him to the bench again. Or they're just going to leave him. Looks like they're going to leave him. Father Ryan with the puck at center. Maybe if they get the puck back into the Station Camp zone, they do. Nope, he's staying put. Last minute of regulation. Andrew Grooms clearing the puck out with some help from McLean Gregory. Now the puck back in the Station Camp zone up, but Danny Libby got tripped at the Station Camp blue line. Toby Mahaffey is going to go to the box for it, so Father Ryan will be on the power play. 48.9 seconds to go in regulation. They're down 4-2, and they're going to pull Fonsbeck again. So they're going to pull for the extra attacker up, and now Station Camp are going to use their timeout. Again, 48.9 seconds to go in regulation. Station Camp up 4-2. Father Ryan about to go back on the power play. And it looks like, again, we're going to be playing on Monday night again, 7 o'clock on Rink A at Centennial. The game was initially scheduled for 5:30, but that would have been only if the Preds Cup would have also been required. It's not. Innsworth won it last night. Draw is going to be to Galisa's right. Timeout's done. Again, Ryan with an end empty, but Station Camp can fire it down the ice as many times as they want. And not get called for it. They don't even have to shoot at the empty net. Up here's Gage Hart trying to go to the slot. Puck poked away by Joyce Siciliano. Father Ryan still with it. Curtis Newman taking a shot in the left circle. Was blocked. Under 30 seconds to go in regulation. Now Gage Hart out of the blue line. Now here's Hudson Laux in the right circle. A shot off a stick and into the netting above the glass with 20.5 seconds to go. Draw is going to be to the left of Galise. One by Station Camp. Andrew Grooms tried to clear it out, and the Bison do get it out. Only as far as center, but it doesn't matter. Father Reinhardt scoring 2 in 10 seconds. Parker Causey drops it back in his own zone. Curtis Newman holds. Father Ryan will wave the white flag on this one, and we'll see you Monday for the Henry Hine Cup final, if necessary, game. Station Camp Liberty Creek win 4-2. And on Monday at 7 o'clock on Rink A at Centennial, the Henry Hine Cup will be won by one of these two squads. So the MVP award stays in the box. And the cup, Mark Lane's going to take it back home. I guess he's the one that's going to hold on to it and bring it Monday, because he brought the MVP award. Oh, man. You know what? I'm going to be honest. I was glad one of these tournaments ended last night, because if they'd both needed, if necessary, oh, God, that was going to be hell on Monday. But, hey, one ended and one's still going on, so I'm okay with it. It's cool. It's cool. So the goal scorers in this one, Colin Sullivan and Michael Jaskowski with the goals for Father Ryan. For Station Camp, the goals came from Marshall McMurtry, Dom DeMaria, McLean Gregory had the game winner, and Andrew Grooms added an empty netter. So, player of the game, I'm going to give it to McLean Gregory for having the game winner. As Station Camp Liberty Creek went 4-2, and we'll be playing on Monday. So, next week's schedule, Monday, 7 p.m. on Rink A at Centennial. The Henry Hine Cup Final, if necessary, game will be on the air at 6:50. And then next Wednesday, also on Rink A at Centennial, the 2024-2025 GNASH season concludes with the All-Star game. Also on Rink A at Centennial, will be on the air at 5:55 for a 6 o'clock face-off. As the 2024-25 GNASH regular season, GNASH season as a whole finishes next week. So, yeah, just 2 games left in the entirety of the 2024-2025 GNASH season. Again, the final score tonight, Station Camp Liberty Creek 4, Father Ryan 2, and we'll be playing on Monday at Centennial. So, a thank you to the staff here at Fordyce Center in Antioch for letting me come out this season and do these games, since this is the last game of the season here at the OG Fordyce Center. Thanks to the staff at Ford Bellevue, too, because it looks like we're done out there as well. Again, our final score tonight, Station Camp Liberty Creek 4, Father Ryan 2. The Bison force Mondays if necessary game. Again, 7 o'clock face-off, 6:50 pregame, Rink A at Centennial. I'm Michael Hackney. Have a great weekend. We're going into March with 1 GNASH trophy still at stake. See you Monday at Centennial. Good night, everybody from Antioch.